Boom. Here we go. This is the Mike's podcast, episode 1.
How you doing? Michael Cheek, Mike Rogers. Trying a new thing out. Trying to do a podcast.
The cheap Chinese microphone.
Probably get pretty random. No really set subjects, but we're here setting up for a big garage sale. And we got my cousin, Rodney Campbell.
How you doing? Hot Rod?
Hot Rod here. Rodney's parents live next door, and missed him like the last 7 visits here, so it's cool to see Rodney.
We got
and
the man, the myth, the legend, Ryan Beal.
Hello, folks. People out there listening to the podcast.
I imagine anyone downloading this podcast will know Ryan Beal. And
Yeah,
probably
they might
Rodney
have a
Campbell
story
as well.
or two. I'm going to pull some shenanigans.
A story or two?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, today we are drinking on... So this is the segment we're going to call Smoking and Drinking On. We're drinking on Devil's Trumpet. It's in Hobart, Indiana. Possibly Maryville, who knows? Annex shit, who knows? They're on Utah Street. They make awesome beer. We're drinking on My Ghetto, which is an IPA. It's apparently National IPA Day for some reason. And then we're drinking on Night Goat. Mike Rogers drinking some Night Goat.
Damn straight.
Don't forget the Red Bull vodka.
The Red Bull and vodka for Hot Rod. Hot Rod brings his own fucking cocktails, man. That's how he works, man. But, yeah, just shout out to Devil's Trumpet, man. They're good dudes.
Yeah.
Good dudes.
They need to sponsor the program.
That's right.
Smoking out of a little mini bong. Our buddy Mike brought us. Another Mike. Fucking Mike Mowry. If you're listening. And we're smoking this weed called Flow. It is an indica dominant hybrid. And it is from Colorado. So we're going to take a couple hits of that, too. So anyway, let's just get into this, man. What's everybody doing? What's going on? Any hot topics? Anybody want to talk about anything?
Shitty week. My house is falling apart. My credit card got fucking ganked. Cleared out my checking account, and yeah, that's
so
always a fucking joy.
Did you recover everything and just took hours and hours on the phone, or?
Yeah, but it's one of those things when they're quick to take your money out, but they're real slow to give you your money back.
Funny how that shit works, right?
Right. Shout out to Centir. At least they were nice, but Visa, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I don't know how much legal trouble we just got in right now, but I don't know. Probably not much. Oh, shit, dude, that sucks, man. Yeah. And also, you're fucking like Dex routing out or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
The joy of carpenter ants and fucking wood rot. So there goes another $1,000 down the pisser.
Fuck nature.
Yeah. Well, poor construction.
Yeah. Poor construction.
Who thought flashing was a necessity?
Yeah, I just saw somebody walk down the street with some shiny, like, silver pants and a tie-dye shirt.
Really?
Nice.
Were they looking at the sale?
No, they didn't. I don't think they had any money.
No.
Are we trying this stuff from Colorado?
Yeah, probably. We're about to. Thanks for reminding me.
So, football starts up tonight.
What football? What do you mean?
They're having that. What is it?
What, college football?
No,
they're
doing that. They're doing that.
Oh, okay.
What is it called? Legends game or some bullshit like that.
It's like it's not the Hall.
It's like flag.
Is it the
football.
Hall of Fame game? Is it the Hall of Fame game already?
Is it that or is it that? I don't. It's some game. I heard it
The
on the
Hall of
radio.
Fame game is usually the
over
first
here.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the Hall of Fame.
the Hall of Fame game?
Yeah, flag football game. Is pretty
You know,
much
O.J.
okay.
Simpson,
Like
if he was
celebrity
out,
shit or what?
he wouldn't be banned. They would let him come.
I thought he got out.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
October.
Well, what kind of commissioner are they? We know what kind of commissioner the NFL has. He's the kind of the same like Bud Selig motherfucker that wouldn't let a great like OJ, and he really did nothing wrong.
Was it Tagliabue?
He didn't get convicted of
Or was that
much.
baseball?
He's definitely beat the system.
Yeah, he's it's all about that money. Yeah, at least be able to partake.
They pay that guy $45 million a year. Good off.
Good on. That's
Goodell.
right. Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? For
That
what?
guy makes $45 million. Exactly. He doesn't take any hits out in the field.
To jerk off and go after Tom Brady, like, because there was a deflated football.
Yeah, it's just I don't even know why they even fuck with that. Like,
Everybody does
in
it.
the game that it was in, dude, they literally could have played with a fucking anvil and beat the Colts, man. They beat the shit out of them. I mean,
I think it's just the past of Bill Belichick.
yeah.
Oh, there's always shenanigans, but he wins.
Yeah. They just keep trying to fuck him over because he keeps winning. I'm like, fuck,
I
man.
doubt Bill
I would
Belichick's
stop
the
this
first
guy.
one that's taped. Had somebody sneak a camera into a practice facility.
No.
That probably happened.
Well, that's the whole
He's
thing.
not
in
the
the
first one to
70s,
play the football.
60s.
It was like the 90s with baseball, right? You knew every SOB out there was hitting the roids as
Yep.
hard as they fucking could. I mean, I remember Sammy Sosa back, when he was a rookie.
With the
Man,
Texas Rangers.
He was a lanky little
God, he
shit,
was-
right? And then, like, within a year, he's this
yeah.
brick shit house who can't put his arms down. And
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
same thing with Mark McGuire. Mark
Oh, yeah.
McGuire was they were
Barry
good.
Bonds.
Or Barry Bonds, yeah. They
His
were
head
good.
grew
They were
five
good
sizes.
hitters. Don't get me wrong
Right.
from the get go.
They
But
got-
the
Especially
deal with-
Bonds.
Went from your
yeah, Bonds
typical
was.
athletic
Well,
dude
even
to some
McGuire.
bullshit.
McGuire was a good
McGuire was
solid
good
hitter,
hitter,
but McGuire was hitting doubles and a lot of doubles, driving a lot of
Absolutely.
runs, and then all of a sudden he goes from a 32 home
Right.
run a year guy to holy shit, he's hitting 60 home runs a year, and
Right.
all of a sudden he's
Not only is one guy going to break the record, there's a guy that's going to break the record as well right fucking behind him as well.
So
Right.
let's
Like,
note
yeah,
this.
we're juicing.
So we're talking about Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire, right?
yeah, that whole few thing.
So guess what brought back baseball?
Sammy Sosa
Sammy
and
Sosa,
Sosa,
Mark
Mark
McGuire,
McGuire,
home
yeah.
run race.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
dead
yeah,
till
yeah.
then.
I was about to say that, man. Yeah.
Baseball
It made it
the-
interesting.
It was.
Baseball looked a blind eye to that one.
They did.
That money started coming in again. People started
Yeah.
giving a care about baseball, and money makes a lot of things not seem so bad. And they took Bud Selig just kind of we don't have.
But I guess my deal with it is like, if you're going to enforce a rule, then enforce it across the board. Don't play pick and choose. Don't do this. Don't do that.
Well,
You know
there
what I'm
would be
saying?
no NFL.
That's true too.
Yeah.
I mean, what
know-
board are we talking about?
you know
Just
what,
the
though?
sport or
No,
all
no.
sports?
Just sports in general. If you're gonna enforce a policy, either enforce it across the board or fuck off.
They can't. They'll lose too much money.
But that's the thing is, so just
But
fuck
they
off.
want to pick on you because you're a great athlete and you've done these
Right.
types of things.
That's what always pissed me off about like the whole Tom Brady thing. Like I'm not a Patriots fan or anything like that, but that guy has been the most consistent SOB in the NFL for the last 15 years.
It's a long streak.
I mean, he's been the most
Yeah.
consistent.
I
which-
hate to admit to it, but yes.
Well,
yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, like I said, I'm not a big
Right,
He's
fan.
right.
the greatest quarterback of all time. Just
but
on
he's
wins.
like, but no, he's like the older
Super Bowl.
quarterbacks. When you had
As much as
guy-
that hurts my feelings,
It's
that's
the truth.
a discussion.
That's the
yeah.
absolute truth.
I-
You can't
I-
really. Who's got more Super Bowls? That's how you look at who's the greatest quarterback. Who's
Yeah.
won
Like,
games that matter.
I agree with that, but at the end of the day, it's hard to say who's the best because there's different eras.
Yeah, I agree with
The
that.
guy,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It's more
yeah.
offensive these days. More
But
offensive.
way
much
more
more
offensive.
offensive.
But I mean, look at Joe Montana back in the day. He didn't have the greatest arm on the face of the planet, but he was the greatest quarterback of that era because
He won big games.
he won big
Sure,
games and
that's
was the
it.
most consistent guy out there.
well, you can say a lot of it. You could go, obviously Montana. You can go Brett Favre.
You had guys like Dan Fouts back in the day and Warren Moon who could throw like a cannon, but
They just
you know
run
what? They
crappy
couldn't win
teams,
shit.
though.
They couldn't win
Yeah.
anything.
They got remember that Buffalo Bills versus
Oh yeah, the Doug Flutie Flakes
Yeah.
incident, stuff, man. Yeah, I mean,
Look what San Diego did. They got rid of Drew Brees, probably the top 5,
Yeah.
top 7 quarterbacks.
I mean,
ever.
what, he's got 2 Super Bowls? Is that right?
Too.
Well,
Yeah.
Rivers has been there forever. I don't know why he stays in San Diego.
And guess how many he has?
He's got nothing because San Diego's absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
And he's been atrocious.
well, that all goes down to ownership, though, man.
Well, they had the team. They had LT, they had Antonio Gates, they had Phillip Rivers. They had a good squad. They should have won it that year, but they blew their load.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potentially.
Wait, so what? That would have been, 8 years ago or so? Maybe
8
longer.
years
Maybe
ago.
longer.
What
now.
year would that be?
would've
Maybe
been
longer
like-
now.
Well, it's longer now. It's probably about 10, 11.
Just
Yeah.
thinking what maybe the Bears were doing that year. I mean, what's everybody's thoughts on the Bears? I mean, can everybody say they're a Bears fan around here?
Hey, at least they're consistent.
Yeah, consistently
I'm a Bears
bad.
fan, but it's just
Sure. Yeah, sure, they're fucking terrible, but we're all Bears fans.
Begrudgingly, yeah.
Well,
I know you're
Conrad's not a Bears fan. But,
Even a Packers and a Colts and
I
whatever.
enjoy going to the Bears game.
Yeah, it's fun,
I do.
right?
I have a blast
We ride
there.
up on the bus, we get fucking wasted. It's
Right.
great.
That's what we do.
Yeah, so are you going to come to a game this year?
Yes, Pittsburgh.
You are?
Yeah,
You're riding the bus, right?
yes.
Hell yeah.
Well, if we can, because there's going to be probably 7 of us.
yeah. There's only going to be a few of us on the bus, so yeah, come on.
I've never ever
throw in some money for gas.
I'm also a Steelers
Well,
fan.
I always try.
Have your buddies throwing money for gas.
Well,
Not you.
You
never have to pay anything ever to ride on the bus. But
I've always been a Steelers fan too. That was always I've been weird about sports. I always have like an AFC team and an NFC team and an AL team and an NL team and like I've always been weird like that.
That's
like I've always
sacrilegious to me, Mike Rogers.
I know.
This is Michael Cheek saying that's sacrilegious to me, Mike Rogers. We're gonna have this conflict a lot, I can tell. In our budding podcast relationship, because I don't only believe in one team and one team.
It's like in hockey, okay? Like I've always liked the Philadelphia Flyers for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the fucking colors from when I was a kid, and it was because of the orange. And I've always liked the Blackhawks. I've always been a fervent fan of both those teams, right? So I was in this dilemma when they played Philadelphia in the Stanley Cup. What was it, 2010 or whatever it was? I'm like,
who's my team?
Neither of them have won shit in a long time. But then I'm like, okay, well, the Blackhawks haven't won anything in a longer amount of time, so I'm going to root for the Blackhawks, type of thing. And then I'm like, wait a minute, the Blackhawks are like 40 miles away, so, I should go root for them, but...
You should always root for the Hawks.
I root for the Wings still, man. It's a rebuilding time and the proud, franchise. But that's a franchise that went to the playoffs 25 years straight.
Yeah, first time they didn't go to the playoffs this year, 25 years, yeah.
Well, you know what? They've been getting to the playoffs and
Nashville
not
made a hell of a run
They need
this last time.
like a total rebuild of the team.
What were they, number 18? They knocked out the Hawks in
fresh.
the game?
The only good thing out of Detroit is probably the Red Wings.
Tigers and the automotives, maybe.
Tigers had a lot.
Automotives, maybe.
I wouldn't even say automotive.
Everybody, just so you guys, if you haven't learned our voices yet, Rodney is the one who said that he was looking for Nashville to win. In case Ruth Lavery downloads this, that was Rodney. Just so you know.
Nashville.
I just had to call you out. Buddy.
AKA Sir Rodney.
They hold out tickets. It's Hot Rod. It's Hot Rod. My bad.
Nashville.
But they hold out tickets from Blackhawks fans and shit. Come on.
Well,
Tampa did the
all we
same
want to do is go
thing.
spend money in your fucking town.
I agree with that. that was bullshit. But if they hold out my money, guess what? I'm spending at the bars all the way down Broadway there.
Oh, absolutely.
But Tampa did the same fucking thing in the Stanley Cup that year.
Sure.
They have a great general manager though.
When
Steve
you're
Yzerman. Great guy.
When you're in a second-rate town with a second-rate sports team, you got to do shit like that.
Yeah, sports teams in Florida don't usually do very well.
Now, I'm not saying those franchises are second rate. I'm saying that those fans and teams are. Not all of them.
Jaguars
Obviously, there's
awesome,
the diehards.
What?
There's awesome diehards.
The Jaguars are awesome.
Right.
I got my Jaguar Super Bowl tickets ready.
The only thing that's hot. The only thing that's hot in Florida is NASCAR.
Well, I think they have Florida State in the top 5
Gator
wrestling
predictions.
Yeah.
Can anybody name the best Jaguars quarterback ever?
No.
I can, dude. I'm gonna.
You'll probably say it, and I'll probably be like, "Oh, I remember him," but
it's on the back of this toy here. That's how good the Jaguars franchise is.
Mark Brunell.
Damn,
I remember that guy.
Ever.
Yeah, no shit. Wow.
Wasn't he on St. Louis before?
He was a little bit of a journeyman late in his career,
Yeah.
but he had a nice career with the Jaguars. I thought. Yeah, I always liked him. Always liked Brunell.
He also played for the Carolina, didn't he?
I don't know, man.
I think so.
I think they had Winky at that time from Florida
Chris
State.
Winky.
Yeah. Oh shit! This isn't just going to be a sports podcast all the time, but sports seems to be a good topic to talk about right now.
Yeah. Cubs are really down 1 run right now.
It's a good way to kill a topic. Are they down 1 run still?
In the 8th.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I just checked it like a minute.
I got rid of TV.
No, well, they got 2 outs, but there's 2 men on base. One is
The Cubs, one thing about the Cubs, they do always win in the 8th and 9th inning.
Nope, no, they retired the side.
They have been clutch. They've been clutch a lot.
Even going back to like last year, if you look at a lot of the games.
That's what I'm talking about.
They were getting beat.
Yeah.
8th and 9th inning, bam, here they come.
Yeah. I went to a couple of those games, man.
You think everybody's leaving and they're getting beat? Actually, a couple base hits, a home run.
When you're talking, stay close to the mic, man.
I'm
Sorry,
close.
just because there's only one mic, man.
Yeah.
When you go to spit out your chewing
I think
tobacco,
we got 2
dude.
mics.
And but come over here, talk all you want.
That's crazy though, but I've never been to an NFL game.
Really?
Yeah.
You got to ride the bus up and go to a fucking game.
I've had zero interest ever to go to a Bears game ever.
The only reason, you know what though?
Sit out in the cold.
It all depends who you go with.
$20 for beers.
You gotta go early. You gotta go
Your
September,
mouth.
October. It's not bad.
I'd rather sit at home.
I almost
grab a
shut
sandwich,
your
make
mouth.
something.
Give me a break. You've never been. That's why you say that. That's why your opinion is that.
Dude, you know what? I went to Bears games when they sucked. Like I went to when they a couple years back. It was Bears versus Minnesota. It was cold as shit because it was a late November game, right? You know, and of course it's always on Sunday when the fucking wind comes off the lake, and you're like, oh shit, you know, it takes that 35 degrees and makes it feel about 15 or type of shit, but. You know what? After a couple drinks, and you just don't give a shit anymore.
No, you don't. You enjoy Bear games?
Fuck yeah.
We got to have a podcast at a Bear game. You got to ride the bus up. Yeah. We'll do it on the fucking bus, man. We'll do it on the bus. It'll be beautiful. If you want another beer in the fridge, man.
Oh, okay.
Help yourself.
I was supposed to go to the Packers Green Bay game. The Packers Bears game up at Lambeau last year in December, but we got fucking screwed on tickets.
1, 2, 3. I'll
take the ghetto too. Or just
ghetto?
Yeah, just whatever. Just grab whatever. There's only
whatever. I don't care.
6 or 8 bottles in there. Sorry about that, people.
Sorry, it's a beer break.
You want to shift? You want to shift topics from sports to something else? Is there anything that's an interesting topic that we can talk about, like current events, maybe? That's another segment we might do here. It's maybe like a what's happening or something.
Political. I hate both parties. I hate.
No, I'm not saying political.
You know what?
Parties at this point.
I just want to note this out here. I love the ultimate chaos that's going on in government right now. Like, I love the fact that it's such a clusterfuck.
To what means? Like,
because nothing's getting done. So the government isn't doing shit.
Are you saying that, like, it's going to finally prove that we really don't need, like, this fucking huge government?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Maybe at a certain point, yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I agree. I would agree.
Because I'd rather have a government that's completely deadlocked and not doing a goddamn thing except for fighting about petty bullshit all day long than actually raising my taxes and fucking screwing me over with more laws and regulations.
Here's the thing that I look at. I look at, like, politics. I look at government with this one real view of it. And it was supposed to be a government that worked for the people. Now they just work for government. Mm-hmm. And just seems to, like, you know...
Not just government, corporations.
Corporations. But, I mean, they're bought and sold. They're not for the people anymore. They quit being... I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
They quit being about that a long time ago. And it seems like, you know, you get all these new taxes. You get all these new, like, permits for stuff. It's revenue making. Well, what'd you do with the money we gave you before? You know?
But, dude, here's the kick. I don't think government was, in the eyes of the founders, let's just put it that way. Like, it's stepping back. I don't think government was ever supposed to get this big.
No, it couldn't have. And it couldn't be these people lifetime members in there that sit around for 30 years. You know, I think that's the thing is you've got career politicians has been the absolute downfall of government.
Oh, I agree with you.
Because these people are all, instead of looking at it as a duty, hey, I'll go serve my term, I leave.
Have you ever noticed some of these guys
like a civic service, but no, they stick around for 35 years.
Why does a politician go in with no money and come out with a whole shit ton of money?
Yeah, well, you look at a lot of them, they come out millionaires.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And I hate all these screw bags that, you know, like I said, I'm not a Trump fan by any stretch of the means. But you know what? I think he's exactly what this country needed. Because he's causing so much fucking stupid chaos.
He is, but again, it takes a lot of, like, just the bullshit seems to take away, and some of the just stupid things he says, like a typical rich, bratty kid.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't vote for him, and I didn't vote for Hillary by any means either. I didn't think, you know.
But this guy, you know what? One thing I will say about Trump is he's great for the memes.
He's
he is like he is the epitome of like a living meme. Which is like wonderful that we have a living meme in the White House.
There's a new crazy quote out of him in his camp every day. They fire people like every week. Like it's a damn TV show.
I love the chaos. Like to me, I'm going. This is wonderful because it shows such a distraction, how fucked up. No, it's not.
I'd rather have the guy like with Trump's kind of money and power to go in there and not be a complete jack off. And actually concentrate on smart things.
But I don't think anybody could get anything done.
Who do you think it would be that person like that has a shitload of money that would be able to like step in? Like my ultimate thing would be like maybe like Mark Cuban could do it. Like he got the Mavericks a championship, so maybe he could get the U.S. fucking 4-year championship.
He understands business.
But you know what I think we run into is Congress itself is just a cancer. Like
Well,
all
they
the
did-
people.
there's
in
too many
Congress-
people
all
that have
need to
been there
go.
too long.
They all need to go, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
right.
like
That's not who we need to.
like, I'm
that's
almost-
who we
all
need
of
to
them.
change.
Like, I never thought to my day,
You're
like,
right.
I never liked Kid Rock, right? Okay, like, I always thought he was kind of a clown. But you know what? If he was running for Senate in Indiana
Yeah,
instead of Michigan, I'd vote for him. You know why? Because because I'm like, he's just not one of them fucking dudes.
He's not going to be bought out. He's got enough money.
He's got his money. He don't give two shits.
I went to his
Well,
concerts
it's not-
back in the day.
Well,
yeah,
again,
I'll go.
It's
I'm not a
another
Kid Rock
politician.
fan by any means, but I mean,
Right.
he is a
Right.
very talented artist.
Think about it.
You
Everybody
know,
that runs for
he's
those
a
positions
good
are all
artist.
politicians.
Yeah, and I think Rodney's got a good point. Like what if what if he's right? It's
Sorry.
all politicians. Like you're saying. Like what if a bunch of like
Snowball
public
effect.
figures who weren't actual fucking like politicians ran?
Like us.
And because they're popular people, they wouldn't even need to spend much money
But
running shit.
I always realize this. You know what the problem is, Cheek? Is because you got guys like us. We don't want power. Like, we're not, like, really interested in climbing the food chain to be, like, ultimate dictator or telling other people
Right.
what to do. So the people who actually would be good in the government
Yeah.
are the people who don't want to get involved because
Yeah.
they're like, I don't want to fucking tell anybody what they should do with their lives and just don't want to bother people. I just want to live my life and be left alone.
Yeah, but they want to take your money. So
Well,
they're bothering us.
Well, they're bothering us, but the thing is, the reciprocal of that is that we don't want to bother people. We're just like, just fuck off, leave us alone, and let us run our own goddamn lives, man.
Well, sorry about the train noises. I'm sure you guys hear it. Sorry about that.
Chug-a-lugga, chug-a-lugga.
Welcome to Northwest Indiana.
Also, if you're downloading this podcast, you probably know that we are taking this at my mom's house, and we you know where my mom lives, so you know about the fucking trains. But yeah, I mean,
Crossroads
yeah,
of
I
America.
understand what you're saying. I mean, why if you're set up for life, why would you want to enter that field and do that?
Yeah.
Well, its current state.
Unless you actually really cared.
Right. I think we could
That's-
morph it into something to where it could be something to attract people like that.
Yeah.
But its current state, I mean, why would you? If you were rich, would you want to do that?
No, hell no.
If you were set, even if you were just
Hell
comfortable
no.
and
Because I even
Maybe
knew,
my lesser worries.
you know,
Right,
because here's the thing is that if you ever thought that you were going to make a difference, you have to make more money than the U.S. government makes. And there is nobody in this world who makes $3.5, $4 trillion a year.
Well, wait a minute. They always claim they're in debt.
Well,
They
they
are.
make three.
you said
three to-
world. There's probably Saudis who do that in a year.
Nah, not even the Saudis.
Not even Saudis.
No, not even
Damn.
the Saudis. You have to make
Oil's
like.
taken a lot of hits over the last
Yeah.
few years.
Well, even so, even when it was
Well,
$100 a barrel, even at like
I mean,
10 million
how long
barrels
does
a
it take
day.
to get to $1 trillion? Like the company I work for just made $1.3 billion in one quarter.
Yeah,
Trillion is way far away.
but that's
dude.
still that's still a thousand,
way far.
a thousand a year away.
Well, I understand that, but at those there's 4 quarters in a year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That'd be correct.
That's
So,
true.
how many years does it take to get to that?
I
Granted,
mean-
you're not always
I mean,
gonna make a
100,
billion.
Well,
100
the-
billion is a trillion, right?
yeah, but see the thing
Yeah,
is,
you're right,
but I'm
Mike.
saying $4 trillion a year.
So I don't know. We could do that math.
A year.
Oh, we're talking 4 trillion.
A year.
We're talking 4 trillion. Oh, okay.
$4 trillion a year the
Yeah,
U.S.
yeah,
pulls
yeah.
in tax
Then
it
what-
steals from the citizens,
Right.
so to speak. You know, so you would have to be able to completely. You'd have to pull a George Soros and be able to completely. The guy's an asshole.
Right,
He should be.
right.
He'll live to be like 150 because he's not even human
Let's
anymore.
say like the Rockefeller.
Yeah, exactly.
David
When that
Rockefeller.
asshole died,
Oh.
trust me.
Let's not tangent
no,
this. Come on.
no tears were shed. But I'm
Complete it,
saying
complete
is,
it.
you know, he had enough money to like influence smaller countries because he had more money than those smaller countries, and like he changed them for the worser. But
More worse?
more worser, yeah, more.
He
more
changed him for the worst.
He made
Just
them
the worst.
bad. He made
yeah,
them bad.
but the thing is that if you wanted to have any kind of like influence, you would have to be able to supersede the money flow of the United States. And the scary thing is yeah, we pull in $4 trillion a year, and we're still in fucking debt.
Yeah, right.
You know,
It's crazy.
so
Because we got a massive government. We
eternal war.
yeah, I mean our defense
Welfare state.
our defense spending is just fucking ridiculous. I won't be pissed.
But our welfare state is just as bad. That's the funny thing. If you look at the pie graph, it's kind of funny when you look at like between Social Security, which is just a goddamn Ponzi scheme. Like, trust me.
Well, yeah,
Give-
because
give
they're
me-
paying
give-
out
You're gonna have
more
to
than
like
they're
that's
putting
like
in.
well, that's like let's just like not even go into that right there. Let's let Mike present that. Let's let Mike present
I'll
that.
have to do
a different podcast.
an independent segment on this
Yes.
shit here. So
Yes, let's not rabbit hole that.
I'll go into the
motherfucker
money,
right here, dude. I don't want to be here for 4
just-
hours.
Yeah,
Oh, he's rabbit holing.
No.
rabbit hole.
'Cause when
He's
you say
holding the
it's-
rabbit.
When you say a thing like that, because I took my grandmother to cash her fucking Social Security check today because she just needed a ride, and it's like, I'll take my grandpa's Lincoln out for a drive, man. It was nice, you know. I drove my grandpa over to cash her. And you know what? She fucking lived on this earth. She's 88. She deserves that fucking money, I think.
No, I'm not.
I mean, I'm sure a
I'm
lot
not-
of it gets
if-
cycled into the government.
if you-
And
if
yeah,
you-
let's not. I'm sorry. I just
Yeah.
rabbit holed it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's cut it.
Yeah, it's a
She
rabbit.
needs to invest that money in podcasts. We need her as a sponsor.
Yeah.
Along with
Hey.
Devil's Trumpet.
Hey,
too.
maybe you
Yes,
should invite her
Devil's
to
Trumpet.
a podcast.
Invite grandma to a podcast.
Yeah.
That would be
That'd be interesting.
We should make
that
her
would
some
be
special
highly
brownies.
downloaded. I'm
That would
sure.
get some viewers.
Oh Jesus Christ, dude!
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
lots of maybe we could talk universities into looking into the mental state
But-
of older
but
people
Maybe
in that
maybe
interview, possibly, dude. I'm
maybe-
sorry, I love my grandmother, but
maybe
you know,
we'd have to screenshot.
she
this
is
as well.
she's 88 years old, and I mean,
I just think older people shouldn't
Yeah.
be able to drive, and that's
and
very.
she's never had a driver's
That's
never
license.
drove.
You
so-
know, I was saying,
so that's perfect.
but I'm saying after today, and that's very like
She drove a
anti-libertarian.
car once.
That's
she's like,
very
"Fuck it."
anti-libertarian of me. But after driving around and watching all these like old people in the middle of the day when all I want to do is go to fucking Arby's and get my roast beef sandwich and it takes me 20 minutes because the person's creeping down the street at
That's
1
just
mile of fucking
overpopulation,
highway.
brother.
I say let them do what they do. If that's,
yeah.
if that's what gets them off, let them.
You know what? Recently,
Probably
before
wouldn't
I
be
had
able-
your
could you
take on
imagine what
that,
I'm like
now
as
I
a
have your
geezer?
take on it.
Well, I've
'Cause I
lived
know,
that.
you know, you would.
Yeah.
Used to be before
I'm
I'd
gonna
be behind
resist
this
it
guy,
at all costs.
MF and him calling everything
Alright,
in the book.
Let's I'm just gonna stop it when we're having two conversations. I want to have these conversations, but I'm sorry. Just because we are taping it, sorry. Let's go into something right now. Let's make it quick. People are tuning out right now. People are just
Music.
fucking hit pause.
Hot and not.
Pause. They just music. All right,
I
let's music.
like music. I've heard of this music.
Dude,
and
I got
think it
music,
sounds
man. I'm sure
great.
we've all been to a concert recently. Let's do it.
I
Music.
Oh, last concert I went to was Def Leppard and Poison, and opening was Tesla. And dear God, it was a throwback from the fucking 80s, man.
Let's just talk about what we did the day after, man. That would be better.
It was a bunch of 40, 50-year-old people with bad hair. Man, I saw these fucking 300-pound ham planets wearing bodices and shit, man. Jesus Christ.
Hey, at least they weren't wearing rappers.
Dude. It was like I watched all these fucking people having a midlife crisis at Tinley Park, man.
Jesus Christ.
It was just fucking terrible.
But as far as live music, did you enjoy any of it?
Yeah, you know what? Poison was actually pretty good. Brett Michaels needs
They
to
all have decent fucking songs.
like
you
Brett.
know?
Well, yeah, Brett Michaels. You know,
Decent.
like I said, he just needed to kind of shut up a little bit. He talked a little too much for my taste. I mean, he didn't say anything like what I would say bad. You know, a lot of his stuff was like, support the troops, and I'm like, okay, whatever. That's cool.
It was a little bit more than, hey, how you doing out there?
Yeah,
Thanks for coming out tonight. This is
he
called
had,
this.
He had a tendency to ramble like me,
Yeah.
and it was like, I'm like, you know what? I don't like listening to myself ramble. So,
Right, yeah.
and then
Especially in a red headband.
yeah,
Fuck that shit.
but I mean, they sounded okay, and then Def Leppard, actually sounded pretty good, and
Yeah, dude. They've
whatever.
all they do is tour. They
Yeah.
must. That's awesome, dude. Still, you went to a live show. You took your girl. She enjoyed it. Did you?
Yeah, it was mainly for her.
Right.
She likes that stuff.
Rodney, last concert you've been to, man?
Last concert I've been to had to be Brad Paisley, probably.
Brad Paisley. How's the country scene going these days?
The charts are they're out there,
The
country's up and coming. It's a different kind of country now than it used to be.
that's for fucking sure.
It's more like pop in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call it pop twang.
I
Yeah.
call it bad rock and roll from the 80s. That's
Yeah,
what I
pretty
might
much.
be.
I'm
I hear Brad Paisley's a
I'm a
good
country
performer.
guy, but
Well, yeah.
I hear Paisley's a good performer
well, they say him and Keith Urban are the best guitar players. Probably in the top.
in country.
I don't know. I won't say
Obviously
5,
not
but
in like the
10
list
ever.
of guitar players. 10 ever in country, right?
Yeah. Well, no, in all genres. They say they can play anything.
I don't know about that.
It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Well, maybe they
Well,
can.
I mean,
I don't know anything
I don't-
about
I
it.
don't
Maybe
know- I don't
they're
know that.
fucking
But
Yeah, right.
They say these guys can do things that people can't do. So I
Right.
don't know.
If Keith Urban can play like some Dragon Force, then I'll.
Do you want? But
I'll shut my
who
mouth.
sells more albums than Keith Urban or Dragon Force?
Well, no, I know.
yeah,
I
fuck
know,
him, dude. If he
I
can,
know. But no,
he
he
can actually
sells,
play like that and he sold
but-
out, I'm
but
fine with it.
He's a better, but he's a better
Keith Urban
songwriter.
has sold more
So,
guitars
getting
of his
back
But he's a
to
better
it,
songwriter.
How was the show? How was the show like the whole dynamic?
Getting back to it, country's turned a different corner than it used to be.
Yeah.
We're not talking about
Patsy
losing our loved
Cline and
ones or
bullshit like that.
our dog died or it's upbeat now.
It is a different message, maybe, for sure. Because country was more like the blues before, it seemed like the lyrics and, really a lot of the music back in the day. But it seemed more like blues, honestly.
Everything branched off the blues.
Well,
in the
yeah,
50s
that's
and
the reason why
40s,
we have
yeah.
rock and roll, man. Fuck.
Yeah,
But anyway,
rock and
tell
roll.
us more
You
about
can't beat
how about the
rock and
crowd? How about the crowd? How was the crowd?
Oh, it was.
I'm a jazz
The,
guy, too.
All right, here, guys.
The
Have
crowd-
you been to a country concert?
Country concert, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I've
guys
been to
have
one
been- all right,
country
give me
concert
this,
my
give me this,
entire
please.
life.
No,
That was
stop.
Willie
No.
Nelson.
The
I want
best.
to hear your last concert. Give me this.
No, I.
How was the girls? How was the
The
girls?
best part
That's what
about
I've always
a
heard.
Country has
concert
the
is
best
the
looking
scenery.
girls.
Yeah,
That's
what I've
you got
heard.
the,
along with
not
Dave
to be a
Matthews,
pig,
I hear that country
not
shows
to
have
be
the
a pig,
best.
but-
Like,
you got the short shorts. You got the, like the spaghetti strap halter tops or whatever they call them. I don't know. What
Fuck
they're
yeah.
called.
I
They
like
got
it.
the shit kickers on, and it's hot.
That is, it's fucking
No.
cute, man.
It's hot.
Country concerts have the best looking girls. They
I
do,
know.
by far. I will agree with that. I mean, I just, I don't know how many women I saw in, like, plaid, it's like a plaid flannel type of shirt or whatever it is, short shorts and cowboy boots, and I'm just like, look at that ass, type of thing.
I bet,
mean,
man.
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
So just at
I
the
want
Port-
to
just,
disclaimer.
No, because I don't objectify women like that.
Oh,
so.
bullshit.
just at the Porter County Fair, we had 2 country concerts there.
You had Toby Keith.
We had Toby Keith and we had Old Dominion.
He's doing fucking fair now. I don't know what the fuck
My-
Old Dominion is.
my
besides-
wife-
the
my
Freight
wife-
Line, did Old Dominion, the Freight Line bring Old Dominion's
Old
shit
Dominion-
in?
Keith played
Old
Porter County
Dominion's up
Fair?
and coming.
Yeah.
They're
Wow,
pretty
he's
good
really
band.
falling to the
My
wayside.
wife and her friends,
I mean,
they
that's like
dressed up and
Home
went
of
to this
Survivor.
concert. I was looking at my.
All right, Kansas, we're all talking about different shit. Hey, still being recorded. We gotta talk. We gotta talk to the crowd a little bit. Rodney, go. Sorry.
So
We're working
I'm
around.
taking pictures of my wife and her friends before they leave for this concert.
They're all hoochied up.
I'm looking at my wife like,
Damn.
God damn.
Why don't you throw that on after I get off of work?
Yeah, no
Dude,
kidding.
by the way, let me just throw in that fucking if she actually downloads this, and even if she doesn't, like,
I'm gonna
dude,
tell her.
dude, Missy is awesome, dude. Missy's awesome.
Thank you.
We found some good wives, man.
We
Yeah,
did.
and,
found
and
some
the
amazing
country
wives.
concert I went to was before I was married and even
Nah.
dating my wife, so
We're just gonna go through my last one really quick, dude. It was Incubus. They didn't play anything from Science, and it was stupid. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff about a band called Humphreys McGee about me, and surprisingly, that was not my last concert. Beal, what was your last concert?
My last concert was Roger Waters at the United Center.
How fucking awesome was that, dude?
Very awesome. Very awesome. I never got to. I'm selective about what Pink
Yeah.
Floyd stuff I like, and to me, to this day, one of my favorite albums of all time, Pink Floyd, is Animals. I mean,
Yeah.
my top 10 list, Animals is somewhere in there. Don't know what number, but it's in there somewhere. It's still one of the best albums I've ever heard.
You know what's funny you say that, because that's like one of the albums I like going down in the basement and getting on my drum set and putting on the headphones,
Yeah,
and
it's
I'll
one of
play
those-
like that's one of those
It's a
albums.
classic.
That's one of those albums I can sit there and play along with, like the whole. I mean, from beginning to end. Like,
I'll turn you on.
Well, I never got
Um,
to see
let me
Pink
ask you about
Floyd,
this. I wanna
and they
ask you
played
about
a
the
lot of
subject.
Animals there.
Let me ask you about this subject really quick, because you were looking for Neurosis tickets, which they were playing a super small venue.
Yep.
Really, really expensive tickets to get. But Beal is kind of like this guy who always waits last minute for tickets. It's always like,
Yeah, if I
hey,
feel-
Beal, are you going to this show?
and he was supposed to.
And
hook
he's
me
never.
up,
He's
too, with
it's
the
always like,
fucking
yeah,
ticket.
eventually. Like, but explain to me about like kind of your methods about finding the cheap ticket.
My
man.
methods.
Finding
then
the cheap
I
ticket,
kind of
man.
like a magician that reveals a trick, though.
Well, can you tell us?
I'll give you a
tell
very,
us
very
little something, dude.
generalization. I use
Because about 3 people are going to
different-
download this shit. So
I use
you're
different-
revealing this shit to 3 people, Beal. So just give us some shit. Come on.
Okay,
man.
I check out different sites. I check out the ticket brokers. I check out the third-party ticket. Your Vivid, your StubHub. I never bought a ticket off of StubHub a day in my life. I look at eBay and I look at Craigslist and I also look at Facebook. I look at all those, kind of establish a price. Watch auctions. I watch them from months on. Okay.
You kind of decide where you want to go. Like, hey, like this kind of. I've established this base price, and like I'm basically not interested in this base price.
And then I look at that.
I still might take a look afterwards.
I look at that base price, and I kind of get it, and I want at least half of that.
At least. I don't even mean the face value. I mean like what you did your method with, and you prep.
Oh, I mean,
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I take that and I look at basically last minute. And I look at, can I get up there? And I work in Chicago, so anything downtown, I get an advantage. I jump on a train. I got free parking.
When was the last time
Shout
you
out
saw
to
Roses?
Ion TV.
Was it when you and I saw McQuarrie?
Yeah, I haven't seen him since. I missed him in
Yeah.
Portland by like a couple weeks. They were playing down the street from my sister's place, which I'd have loved to win. But yeah, I ended up seeing this big stadium show.
Well, so since we're
Face
talking
off.
music, I got to give this one to Mike Cheek over here. I was always a country guy, but he opened my eyes to different genres. And two of the bands that come off the top of my head is Limp Bizkit
Wow.
Wow.
and
Wow, that's
Master
awful.
P,
He's fucked.
Warren G.
Man.
So, but no. Other
You
than
just,
those,
others are
ruined,
not
you just
so
ruined the
bad.
whole history of this fucking podcast, dude.
no,
With like those words, man.
no. I enjoyed not all the songs, but a couple of songs that.
Those are
turned
some of
me
the
on to.
bands that I mean, like someone's not even a band, dude. I had teenage years,
Well,
but
that-
like Limp
so that's what
Bizkit,
I'm
Limp
going back
Bizkit,
to.
everyone, a lot of people fell into. I'm not ashamed of
I
that.
never did.
I'm not ashamed of
And
that.
I saw Limp Bizkit way
I fell
before
into it
they
for like
ever broke
8 to
big,
9
too,
months,
and I
and I
just
was
did
done.
not like them.
I saw
Rodney,
Well, this is going back to teenage years. So that opens
I won't
up-
defend myself anymore.
No, you don't have to. Like, I don't know, how old were we? 16, 17 years old?
We were very young, man.
But I never listened to anything other than
Country.
country at that time. That's my point. Not that they're the best bands ever.
Oh no, those bands all suck, dude.
You know, I will say
Some
this.
of those weren't bands; those were just like
Oh.
rappers.
No, well, even they have some good
Well,
songs.
it's kind of just open you up to like there's other genres of music, right?
Yes,
right.
exactly.
That's what you're. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, that
good
was my
point.
whole point of the whole situation.
I wish I left you with better music than fucking Limp Bizkit and whatever the fuck
You
you
just
said.
played in
that.
Hammond last
You should listen to
weekend.
Wu-Tang Clan, and you should listen to Rock. You should listen to Rush.
Wu-Tang. I forgot that one. Wu-Tang was
Wu-Tang
one.
Clan still ain't
Yeah.
nothing to fuck with, dude. I mean, Wu-Tang Clan is the shit. Dude, they're the best.
See, I've never listened. I've never
Well,
ever
fucking
listened.
best
to
hip
Wu-Tang.
hop group
I never-
ever,
I
dude.
never-
I
I
haven't.
remember
I couldn't tell
driving
you
Right,
to
all right,
school.
let's just talk.
No.
No, what were you guys saying? No, I just don't want there's 4 conversations.
Yeah, no.
That's weird. Let's just talk. Talk.
No, I will say I've been able to kick off a lot of bands off the bucket list here over the last few years, though, which has been kind of nice.
Like going to see live.
Yeah, going to see
Nice.
live. Well, and some of them I had seen before, and some of them I hadn't. But
Still waiting on that Beatles bucket list.
I got to see Sleep. I got to see Sleep, which was like stoner rock doom metal fest from hell, man. Like,
I don't know what sleep is.
okay,
but
you-
that sounds like a great
you
description.
have to fuck like they there's this big long story behind the band Sleep, and they actually broke up over an album because they wanted their quote unquote masterpiece, Dope Smoker, which is the album's called Dope Smoker, right? Okay,
Hey, they're inspiring me
Right.
already, dude.
it's about a it's a 60-minute song about guys going across the desert smoking dope. It's all it's about. They're on a journey going across the desert
Yes,
smoking
it's
dope.
all fucked up.
So, but that was the whole thing. Like the record label was like, you know, oh, we don't want to have, you know, it's a 60-minute song, you know, one track, 60 minutes, takes up the whole CD kind of thing, you know. But I got to go see them live, which was pretty fucking awesome, man. I mean,
What kind of a like venue? Like what was this
it was
capacity?
it was
of the venue?
it was at Italia Hall.
I'm not.
So
familiar.
what is that? What about 3,000 people?
Oh,
I've
damn.
never been to Thalia.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah, I've
It was
never
about
heard of it,
3,000.
dude.
Man, it was like 3,000 fucking potheads just
Super fucking fans. Yeah.
just sitting there. The whole place was swaying. You could feel
Dude,
the whole
Stoner Metal's
goddamn
awesome to
place
go
go.
to.
Oh, it was great,
Yes.
you know. And I mean, I was like the only one in there who wasn't high. I'm just like, this is fucking great, man. You know, and I was still swaying with them because you just had to get into the vibe. And you know, the whole time I'm just like, yeah. And then I got to see Faith No More again, which was really nice on their reunion
Oh,
tour.
yes.
You know, when they did the whole Soul Victus tour. And I'm going to tell you what.
You
those-
turned me on to that album, dude.
Yeah.
Like the second to last time we hung out.
Yeah,
Go,
we probably
go.
would around Angel Dust time or whatever it was. Yeah, because I saw him on the Angel Dust tour.
Me and him and Jake.
I saw him on the
Franklin House.
I
Yes,
saw,
go.
I saw him on the Angel
You
Dust
turned
tour.
me on then. I listened to it.
Yeah, and then I saw him on the Soul Invictus here when they got back together. I'm gonna tell you what, those fuckers knocked it out of the park, man.
My God,
It was like just this. Oh yeah, I mean, but all of them, you could tell there was a difference between when I saw them like 20 years ago or it's been almost 25 fucking years ago versus now. They were like, now they're like, we don't give a shit, and they almost sounded they sounded better because you could see they were like having fun with it because they were only playing like maybe 20 shows or whatever it was, and I'm just like, I remember they were playing stuff off of every fucking record, and I remember they were playing stuff off of King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime, and
it's a good record, man.
And they played like Cuckoo for Kaka, okay, which is a weird, stupid title, but like just a song that just drives. And it was just like this fucking wall of sound that just hit me, and I'm sitting there just like in a trance, like going, God damn, this is fucking awesome.
That was my 14-year-old's ass first Faith No More CD, brother.
Yeah, I mean...
I loved everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, that CD was great, and I mean, they played all kinds of shit, and I mean, it was just great. And then I got to see Ride, which is like this, like, English, one of my guilty pleasures. Right. Cerniac would like this.
I know.
Because Cerniac and I went to this.
How committed are you to telling us about Ride, dude? Because I don't give a fuck. Dude. I honestly don't. I'm telling you the truth.
They're a shoegazer English Britpop band, but
Sounds terrible, dude.
No, it was good. It was good.
I'm not trying to rag on them or anything. I don't know anything about them. I'll take a listen. For sure, but
you know what? No, because
let's switch up. Let's do one more topic.
Because Ride was one of those bands back in the day. What we do is it was one of those bands we put the album in and drop a lot of acid.
Okay.
And listen to
I'm
it.
interested.
Listen, drugs. Okay. What kind of podcast is this?
I just ponied my chair up to the table.
Statute of limitations has run out. This was 25 years ago. I'm just saying.
I'm making a citizen's arrest here.
Yeah.
All right, just
statute of limitations definitely applies here,
and we'll call it even.
No, so
seriously,
over the last few years.
Complete this thought that I'm a little interested in hearing now.
What, the Ride?
Yeah, what about Ride? Are we on acid now? I don't want to go into acid now. I think we need to.
But they're a band that, like, if you take acid,
we need to wrap it up. Actually,
yeah, we probably should here soon. But,
I think we're a little long right now for people actually still listening.
But here,
no, the thing is that if you're going to listen to Ride, you're probably better off just doing a lot of acid and listening to them.
That sounds like Humphreys McGee is great if you fucking eat some mushrooms.
Like they're like one of those.
They're great if you don't.
Because they're like one of those bands. You're not going to have a bad trip if you're just sitting on the couch and you're like cranked out on acid and you're listening to it because it just makes everything seem better.
I like it.
It's not bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I like it. I'll take a listen to this band.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it had any.
You're talking
to this
like
podcast.
citric acid?
Sorry.
Yeah. That's what your mom and I were doing the other night.
That's not very nice. That's very not nice. It's very hurtful. And I don't know. Praise Allah.
We haven't even gotten into the stop assaulting my host. My co-host, or not my co-host, he's an equal, absolutely. But stop harassing him with saying that he said offensive things, because I haven't even gone into the subject of
my ears are very tender.
Lauren Beale.
What?
I hope you download this, Lauren, because Lauren, if I had met Megan before, I've never met you, but if I had met you before.
What about Robin?
Robin's out of my league, bro. Lauren. Robin's just a couple years older than me. I don't after that though, but Lauren.
Hey, Robin.
I always would like to meet you. We should have coffee sometime or something. Even with my wife, because I'm in love with my wife. I love my wife. So nothing other than that. But we should at least talk.
Nice
we should talk.
Lauren was like,
hey.
Let's not talk about Lauren anymore. That's it.
Let's go. Robin used to
tutor
me.
Yeah.
Did she really?
Yes.
She was like, how old? She's like what? Like almost like 8 years younger than you?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
We can't talk about Bill sisters anymore.
Oh, okay.
That's an off topic.
There's a really small limit I can get away with, and I do it every time I see him.
So. Am I the only one who didn't have a fascination with your sisters?
You tell me. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, like that's weird. Like
I have a fascination with
You go to
pretending like I have a
No,
fascination
no.
with Beale sisters.
but I
I'm
know
sorry,
him
dude.
since
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
You've been
like,
an absolutely great guest, though.
5 years ago or whatever it is.
You've been our absolute best guest so far.
I think I'm your first.
You're
guest.
actually our number.
Me and
You guys are like I would say, right head and head, man. You guys are like you guys are both my
Just
favorite
call it a
guests.
draw.
I forgot we were still taping. I forgot we had.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. This is it for
Let's wrap it
episode
up, yeah.
1. It was good with having Rodney and Beale here.
Yeah.
Hot rod.
Sorry.
Hot rod.
I prefer
If-
my given name. I'm gonna change it to Dr. Sanchez. That's gonna be
Yeah,
Dr.
more like
Sanchez.
Dirty Sanchez.
No,
but,
it's Doctor.
However,
I want Doctor spelled
if
out.
Ruth
too.
Lavery joins this, it's AKA Sir Rodney.
So
Sir Rodney. Let's all go around and do final thoughts. All right, Mike Rogers. My bad. I'm gonna be the Michael of the podcast if that's okay.
that's fine. I'll be Mike. Yeah.
Cool.
You or Mikey or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Wood rot sucks.
Wood rock sucks.
Wood rot.
It said. I
Say
said
that 3
wood
times
rot.
fast. Sally sells she's
Wood
over by the
rot.
seashore.
Wood rot.
My point: speeding costs you money. You know, I had to go to traffic court today and take the deferment. What is that deferral program? I don't know what they call it, but they get less money out of you if you take that
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
You show up
Do it
and you still gotta
online.
pay.
No, I just
Fuck the state.
Still $179.50.
That's bullshit.
I know. I like let's do an 18 over. Maybe. That's what the police said. I'm not admitting to it. That's totally not admission. I haven't been sworn in a court of law. So this is off the record. But yeah, they say I was going 48 and still accelerating.
48 to 25.
Oh, not 30. Wasn't a school zone. I do fly past the old folks' home though. I figure that's a mercy killing. If I clip one, I've done God's will.
Oh shit!
You're part of natural selection,
Yeah.
man. You are Darwinism. Beale.
Social Darwinism.
I call it
Man,
more eugenics.
let's not go
Okay,
there.
Margaret Sanger.
More like killgenics, but
Death Race 2000.
All I got for anybody is just thank you if you actually listen to this whole fucking thing. I really appreciate that, man. We're trying to get this thing going. We're going to try to fucking make it awesome. We're going to try to make it relevant and good. And, obviously it's just people we know downloading it now. We're going to maybe interview people that we know, man. If you're interested in being interviewed, contact us, man.
they give you
With the
beer.
subject, man. Just contact, you got to buy the beer. You have to absolutely buy the beer. If you smoke, you have to bring the weed. But, yeah, absolutely.
And hopefully,
Man,
hopefully the quality will get better
just,
over
yeah.
time. And
Yeah, we're
we'll-
sorry about how fucked up this might have been, and talking over each other, we'll get better, and we're sorry if the sound quality sucks, but just really, really thank you for anybody who's actually listening to this, man. Appreciate it, Rodney.
Oh, you
Hot Rod,
Pass it on to Hot Rod like that, huh?
Hot Rod, man. Yeah,
Hey,
you gotta
you
follow
know-
that,
you know what?
motherfucker.
Just hug somebody you love and keep it real. Love y'all. Peace.
That's the best fucking advice ever, man.
До свидания.